Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing well today. Sea of Red. Let's get straight into the show. We obviously had the geopolitical tensions rising, which ultimately caused a bit of a scare in the market, bit of a pullback. You can see you've got double-digit drawdowns on the crypto space, including the meme coins. We're gonna dive into those today. However, some of the coins are still holding up their weekly gains, and surprise, surprise, it is the meme coins. It's the 𝗕𝗘𝗪, it's the Bonk, it's the Shiba, it's the 𝗦𝗲, it is the Popcat, it is the meme coins holding up the gains, as well as 𝗬𝗎 and 𝗕𝗲. And we are long on 𝗬𝗎 and 𝗕𝗲 from quite low down, as we did believe it was a strong coin. But if you look at the monthly, it's still looking strong, guys. The monthly is still looking strong. We're still green. There's still double-digit returns this month, or since the 2nd of September, which shows that September wasn't actually too bad. Better than most people thought. We are going to go into that today. But with all these tensions arising, we are getting pullbacks, we are getting scares right now. We're going to go over the key levels. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin currently sitting at 60,700-ish. So I've got here FUD 1st of October. These geopolitical tensions often cause bottoms. We might see prices come lower. But let's get stuck into the key levels. I still got my October target of around the 77K region. I'm going to keep that there for now, and we can see how the month goes on how incorrect I potentially am. But I'm still long and strong. I think now is a good time to be adding to your spot. If you were bullish, towards the end of September, there's no reason to maybe add into those coins now. This was quite a steep drop, so you would expect this to be retraced at some point. And crazy to see this big red candle before the news came out. Maybe a bit of manipulation, maybe a bit of inside information, which is making me lean towards potential this just being FUD. So let's have a look at the key levels. So the key levels for Bitcoin, I've had this out for ages now, is that 61.5, 61.4 region. We are below that, which is not a good sign at the moment. I did have this box here. This was my buy box. I'm going to delete that because we have been buying in the box. Let's have a look at the other key levels, because assuming that this might not hold, as we did get rejected off there, we're going to have to wait for the New York session to get confirmation on that. But the key levels at the moment stand over here at 59,900. That is a key level. That is the 200-day EMA. Another key level is the 61,400 region. This is the 50-day EMA, and we would like to see Bitcoin reclaim that. We'd like to see Bitcoin reclaim that as soon as possible and start to consolidate above here before potentially moving onwards and upwards and taking out the liquidity, which we are going to go over now. We're going to go over the liquidation levels now. Another key level I've got on the chart here is the 59,500, 59,600. This comes just below the 200-day EMA. This is the 50% level from the low that was formed on the 6th of September up to the Friday high. We did sell this high, by the way. We did sell this high. I'll go into why we sold this Friday high. However, I did start allocating into some long positions on the sell-off here on Monday. So a few of them are underwater. A few of them haven't been fully filled yet, so we're still getting into the zones. But for now, this is going to be here as a FUD event. I think if we start closing candles below 59K, then I'm going to start getting a little bit concerned. But for now, it is still bullish market structure. Why is the bullish market structure? Well, we had a high over here. We had bearish market structure, just creating lower highs throughout. If we have a look here, we have lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Then we created our first higher high. Okay, so this kind of flips the market structure. So now what we are expecting next is a higher low to form. So we are looking for a higher low to form. This would be the ultimate zone for the higher low to form if it were to form in this region. We wouldn't want to see it come too much lower. We could have a look at the 618. The 618 is the same as the 382 when it's reversed. So we could see 58. We could see if price were to come down now and wick to here, but still close above the 50%, then that's okay. I wouldn't want to see price start closing below 58K. So 58K is actually my line in the sand. I'm going to keep that there. If we start closing candles below 58K, I'm probably going to cut most of my positions, and it is going to be looking a little bit more scary, and we are going to have to wait a little bit longer. But for now, my Matt's bold Bitcoin target for October remains the red box. The red box is the 77K to the 78K region. And I got that data from looking at historical October data. That's what I got for Bitcoin at the moment. If you guys have any altcoin requests for now, please put them in the comments. I will go over them later, but let's build them up so we can go over them quickly. Okay, let's have a look at the high block capital. So high block capital suggests that there is a liquidity region forming over here at 60,600. So we can expect this region to be met now, soon. I mean, we're just above there, so we would expect this to be hit in the next coming minutes. 66,600. I'm going to go onto the 4-hour time frame now, and we can have a look at potentially scalping a trade out of there if the market does come into that region whilst we are on the stream. If we go to the 7-day charts, the pool is above at 66.7. This will be the liquidity or the liquidation level where most of those shorts have placed their stop losses. So price could come and see this level. I think we will see this level potentially sooner than later. But one thing that does concern me is the liquidity levels that have started to form below price. So we got one over here that's coming at 67,200. This is a big liquidity level, and if we have a look at that on the chart, 67,200, that's this region over here. So we can mark that off. I wouldn't want price to be sitting around here. I think won't put it in the best position. But it's always a possibility. So we could see this level over here get met. That's the liquidation level. But I've seen these liquidity levels sit for a while and not be tapped. I remember, when price was back here a couple months ago, there was a pool at 70K, and that was there for ages, and that just never got tapped. So this would be catastrophic for Bitcoin. 51K, that wouldn't be good. But 57K, we're gonna have to mark that area off on our charts as a potential possibility. That's probably claiming the liquidity over here. But we will get there when price takes us there. We'll get there when price takes us there. But for now, those are the levels. You can see over here, most of the market participants are short at the moment, meaning that we could see a bit of a short squeeze. Okay, so obviously we had the geopolitical tensions, and that brought a mass liquidation event. The liquidations in the past 24 hours have been just over $500 million, which is enormous, guys. That is a huge level. That is a big number to see on the liquidation side, and that often marks a turning point in the market. That often marks a point where price could reverse, and because most of the longs liquidated, most of the positions liquidated were longs, it suggests that it could create a bottom in the market. So we could expect the market to bottom in this region here. I've got these, I think a great price to be getting into Bitcoin will be if it comes underneath the low form. I think all the longs that have jumped in recently will have put the low just below 60K, and I think we could get a bounce off the 200-day EMA and potentially the 59,550 region. So definitely mark those off on your chart. This will be a good region to get into Bitcoin or altcoins for sure. Let's have a look at the macros quickly. So having a look at the macros, this is the DXY. The DXY is having a bit of a pullback to the upside because it is in bearish market structure. So this is ripping. So, for Bitcoin, we're going to buy the dip, but for the DXY, we're going to sell the rip. Okay. So what does that mean? It means we're going to be selling our dollars. Okay. And when are we going to be selling the dollars? Potentially towards the end of this week. So we got this trend like this, and you can see it was a low. Then we broke through it, retested it, came down, and now we've retested it twice. So we are expecting this to be a potential rejection again. We've got the hammer over here, so you can hammer the DXY down. We do believe that it is going to get hammered down, but we could get something like this come up. We could see it pump into the NFP, potentially get rejected off there. There's also the 50-day EMA. This will act as resistance. So we get resistance over here, before the DXY potentially getting hammered all the way down there. And we could come and test this 102 region over here. But yeah, if we do start to come up into this level around the 102, I will be going heavily into risk on assets such as the S&P 500, potentially gold and Bitcoin. So I'll be selling the rest of my dollars if the DXY comes up here. So this should be the final nail in the coffin, and we should see the DXY continue downwards from here. And this trajectory will play out with our bullish thesis for October. Yes, so that's for the DXY. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is still in bullish market structure. Let's zoom out. Obviously, there was bearish news yesterday. We did get a bit of a sell-off, but the S&P 500 is still looking good. Yeah, I would expect the 5,700 region to act as support, and if that gets broken, potentially this gap to be filled, and we could come into the 50-day EMA, which I have sketched out over here, into this box. This would be a great place to be buying the dip, and this comes in at 56,700, sorry, 56.70 to 56.30. So this is a region that I've got. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I think that if we do see price move into that, it would be a good time to be buying, and that is 2% below price. 2% below price, and that would potentially be I think a 3%, maybe even a 4% dip. 3% dip for the S&P 500. That could be quite catastrophic for Bitcoin. But let's have a look at the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ did lose this level over here. So we could expect the NASDAQ to potentially come down and test this 50-day EMA before potentially getting a bounce off there. We'll have to wait and see. But we have lost the green level, which we did think would act as support. But if price is to come up here and close the day above the $2,000 region, 20,000, then I think it would be looking good for the NASDAQ. Okay, what else do we have here? So oil, obviously pumping with the Middle East tensions over here. We got a big push up yesterday, and today it's also coming up. However, we are at resistance. What's the resistance? Well, the resistance is the 50-day EMA over here. Okay, so we're going to expect this to act as potential resistance. And look at this, guys. So I like to leave, these claims that I make, like the targets I've got. So here we had the war news, and that marked the top. Okay, so now there's potentially war news again, and this was in April. So this is the war news, and this might mark the top again, right? Or a local top, should I say. So I've got this over here. It is coming into the 50-day EMA, which is generally strong resistance. So we could see a rejection off here, but we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. It is coming into this region over here, which looks like quite a key level. I'm going to make that red because oil is below that currently. So we could see a rejection off here, and yeah, that's what the charts are telling me. The charts are telling me that we could see a rejection off here. However, if we are to continue onwards and upwards, we could see a rejection off the 200-day EMA. And if we come and retest this, then this could be bullish for oil, and the war could potentially be a lot more impactful than thoughts. Okay, let's have a look at the USDT dominance. So this is the reason why I closed the long. So on Friday, we came into the green box over here, which is technical support. We are expecting a lower high here. We are expecting a lower high because we have broken market structure. Okay, so we had a high, we had a low, we had a lower high, and then we have come down, and we did take out these this low over here, forming a lower low. So we should be getting a lower high as well. So I will be adding to my longs at the 50% level. That's coming in at 5.9%. I will be adding an alert there, 5.86. Let's continue anyway with that. I'll be adding to longs over here, but we could see this potentially come up all the way up here before getting a rejection. So what would that look like? Well, it would look like this. We could break through here, get a retest off there. This is the bottom of the support, and we could get a nice confluence zone over here before getting a rejection. But I'll be adding to my longs in this region over here. So if hit the 50% level, that'll be a good place to add. And then we should see the USDT dominance fall from there. But for now, I'll be adding to my longs over here. We did claim the 50-day EMA, which is technically strong. So we could see further sell-off in the crypto market. However, I think now is time to potentially be buying the dip. Let's have a look at total 3. So total 3 is the altcoins excluding, or the crypto market excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can see that we are getting a lot of volume over here, and these high volumes, you see these high volume nodes have often marked the top, the bottom. So here was a top actually, but the last few over here, let's just say above this level over here. So over here marked the bottom. Over here was kind of the middle of nowhere. Over here was the bottom, over here was the bottom, and this could potentially be another bottom. So this is further evidence that this could be a good place to buy the dip. You'll remember on Monday, I mentioned that this region over here, this $583 billion region, is a good region to be adding to your altcoin bags. Why? Well, we have broken structure to the upside, so we are expecting a higher low to be forming. And this is the downsloping resistance, which we broke out of, which is bullish. And we did come up to the 650 billion region before getting rejected. Okay, so we got rejected here. And what I said was towards the end of last week and on Monday was that we're going to get the golden cross here. What's the golden cross? Well, it's when the 50-day EMA crosses above the 200-day EMA. And this often is this is called the golden cross because it's generally bullish, and normally buyers are stepping into the market. So, and I said that it could act as a magnet. It could act as a magnet. So I'm going to find the magnet over here. I'm not sure we can search. I normally have my magnet around here. Here it is. So here's a magnet over here. There it is. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to put the magnets in there because it normally pulls price into the averages, something like that. And it looks like this is like, to me, this is the ultimate retest. Okay, so we had resistance, 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 resistance. We broke through. Now we've come down. We're on the 50% level from the recent move up. So we've got the 50% level. So that's one reason. So there's 3 reasons. There's 3 reasons here why it is looking good. One is the retest of the golden cross. Okay. Number 2, retest of 50%. Okay, so with the golden cross, we got the 50% level, and number 3, retest of downsloping resistance. Excuse my spelling. So 1, got the golden cross over here, which I'm going to circle it in red over here. Boom. Okay, golden cross, the red above the blue, tick. 50% retest, while the move was from 516 billion all the way to 650 billion. Halfway point comes in at 583 billion. Test, tick. That's number 2. Number 3, retest of downsloping resistance. So we had this downsloping channel since the 29th of March. Okay. Sorry, the 31st of March, all the way to now. 185 days, guys, 6 months. That's huge. Okay. And we are now retesting that. So this is a good place to be looking for longs. Okay. Despite all the fears in the market, this is classic and perfect TA. Classic and perfect TA right now. So I would be buying the dip over here. It's a magnet. This is beautiful. I am in some longs, which we are going to go over now. But I think this is the ultimate buy the dip opportunity for altcoins. And I'm going to put here, Matt said buy the dip. And you guys can keep me accountable to this. Matt said buy the dip. Okay. Matt said buy the dip. He did say buy the dip. Matt is buying the dip. And we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Could we come lower? Of course we can come lower, guys. Of course we can come lower. We can always come lower. The green box should come in as support, as it has throughout. And this upsloping support trend line could also come. So could we see price come down here? Yes, we could. Something like that. There we go. And I got a question here. It says, the question says, what are you buying on the dip? Okay, we can go over that now. We can go over the strong altcoins, which I think are going to be outperforming the rest of the market. One of those actually is Solana. So that's good timing. Thanks for mentioning that. Solana, this is my Solana long. I gave this yesterday. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good, bruv. So why is this looking good? Okay, well, I don't think that the crypto market wants to see Solana below 120. Can it happen? Of course it can. Okay, of course it can happen. So we got this upsloping resistance, and we see that we had this upsloping support. We had this downsloping resistance, which once, twice, 3 times, fake out, rejected, fake out. This is potentially a fake out. But I think this is a good risk reward trade. Okay, this is a 5-to-1, 5-to-1 on Solana. If Solana were to come down again and lose level, I think it's going to be looking a bit ugly for crypto. So this is a bit of a, if crypto is going to survive trade, this is the trade. Okay. What is the trade? Well, I've been adding in since 148, and I will continue adding into 140. And we're going to see from there. So why do I say those levels? Okay, well, I'm actually going to delete everything here and we can start again. Let's start again. Okay. Okay, so first things first, we have the 50-day and 200-day EMA. These normally act as strong support. Okay, so we got this region over here, 140.67. Okay, so this is a good region to be buying Solana. If Solana comes down into this region, we should see it react to the upside. Maybe not come all the way up, but we should see a reaction. Okay, what else is around there? Well, we have these tops over here coming in at 140 perfectly. So these tops, as well as the 200-day EMA and the 50-day EMA, this is the ultimate buy the dip opportunity on Solana. If you guys don't have enough exposure to Solana, I think now is a good time to be getting in. So we got those levels. We got the 200-day EMA, we got classic horizontal, which is obviously important. And if we take out the Fibonacci from the 162 level to the 120 level, we see that comes in at 141. So there's a lot of confluence in this area. So I am taking the trade. I have taken the trade. I am in the trade. I think I'm slightly down at the moment, but we're not scared. We're not scared. Okay. If I had to take this trade right now, you can go all in right now. Stop loss underneath 120, and we're going to be targeting all-time highs. Okay. We are waiting for all-time highs for this trade, and it gives us a 5-to-1 risk reward. Okay, this is a decent risk reward in crypto, and I think this is quite likely to happen. Can you take some profits on the way? Of course you can. You can take some profits coming into the 190 region, and of course the 210 region. Those would be good places to be taking some profits. But I think this is a good trade. I have personally taken the trade. I gave the trade, and we're going to have to wait and see. I did say this trade is going to require patience. Okay. How can we get a better risk reward? Okay, well, what we can do is we can wait for the perfect test of 140. Could it be front run? Of course, it could be front run. Okay, but this gives us a risk reward of 6-to-1. So it was 5-to-1, but now if we're a bit more patient and wait for the perfect level, which might get front run, we have 6-to-1. Okay. And this comes in quite nicely with this upsloping support trend line. And you can see we are picking up on volume ever so slightly. So we're going to pick up over here, which marked the bottom. We're going to pick up over here, which might have marked the bottom. We're going to pick up over here, which marked the bottom. We're going to pick up over here, which marked the bottom. We can do this all day. We get picked up here, it marked the bottom. Picked up here, it marked the bottom. So you can see all of these major levels where we are coming into a high volume area. This is on Bybit. It has basically given us a turning point. Okay, and fortunately, these turning points have been bottoms, bottom, 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 bottom. Okay, so I'm bullish on Solana, guys. I'm wrong, of course I could be wrong. Never risk more than you can afford. And yeah, this trade, I'm personally risking about 3 to 5% of my trading account. Yeah, this will be one of my main trades that I will be taking. This will be one of the main trades that I am taking. Okay, so Solana is one. So that's wanted to know, what are you buying on the dip? First coin I'm buying is Solana. Okay, the first coin I'm buying is Solana. That should answer your question. We can go have a look at some more. I think Solana and some meme coins. Solana and some meme coins. I think Sui is looking good, but I'm going to wait for low prices. We all know I got it at 88 cents on 10x leverage. So I'm still holding that trade for now. But I think, you know, it's something like Casper. Casper's looking good. So we took out that low, which isn't actually the best sign. But we can see the volume is picking up. This high volume node marked the top here. So often the high volume nodes often mark the top or the bottom. But yeah, this isn't the best sign to see for Casper. This is quite a big drop. Let's have a look at Toncoin. Toncoin's doing okay. It obviously got rejected here. It didn't break through as potentially predicted. We didn't get the proper fill, but we did fill this liquidity here. Toncoin is one that I'm buying. I think I will be allocating some spot Ton. So you can see we are above the 50% level of the recent move, which, you know, does put it in a bullish position. However, we don't want to see the death cross. If we see the death cross for Ton, it's not going to be looking good. The death cross happened for ETH, and ETH has been struggling ever since. So we're going to have to wait and see for that. Another strong coin is Mantra Om. This is looking good. We are still in this trade. This was a spot long given. It's looking good, guys. So there's obviously this upsloping resistance trend line. We have broken above it, and now we're starting to consolidate above it. We did retest it yesterday. I've had a very nice wick actually yesterday. I'm gonna talk about that wick now. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, these big buying wicks. This is just showing you that buyers are stepping into the market. Okay, buyers are stepping into the market. You can see the bullish absorption over here. So this is a strong coin. 140 is the target. That is the all-time high. And yeah, I would expect this to just continue onwards and upwards throughout this bull cycle. Okay, October, the big question. What's happening in October? What is my prediction for October? We know my prediction for October is potentially 77K. Can I be wrong? Of course I can be wrong. I am bullish. My Q4 target is a little bit higher than that. The Q4 target is potentially all the way up there, but we're going to have to wait and see for that. So October, let's have a look at what happens in October. It's normally green. The average is between 20 and 21. If we look at the average and the median, it's obviously good to look at both data points. So yeah, we are going to be patient for that and wait and see for what October brings us. If we look at the quarterly returns, the quarterly returns are between 80 to 30%, which kind of if it's playing ball to how it normally does, then we should see all-time highs in Q4. If we just look at the average gains in Q4, there was a lot of panic about the Q3, July, August, September, but it was green. Okay, it was green. It was better than Q2. And yeah, the data here doesn't lie. But you never know. We never know. We could be going to World War III. The bears could be in control, and it could be looking bad for crypto. But we're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. I see Solana's getting a bit of a pullback. One coin that I wanted to look at was Ethereum. Ethereum is in a potential buy opportunity. It's buy zone over here. There was a buy zone over here for me. We lost the level, and we actually just nuked straight through, and we came to this level over here. Decent horizontal. It was the daily close for that big drop on the 5th of August. So yeah, this is a big level. I would expect this level to hold. It is coming into the support, the upsloping support trend line over here, but we're gonna have to wait and see. A coin that I want to have a look at and speak about is CFX. Okay, so CFX is looking good. It is pumping today. It is up 14% today. Just going to see if you guys have any comments on the other live stream. Just J Crypto Beast. Okay, so CFX. Let's talk about CFX. So CFX is a Chinese coin. Okay. I think it's a Chinese coin, and the Chinese markets have been absolutely pumping. I will pull up the Chinese markets later. We'll pull up the Chinese chart later, but there have been some serious green candles that obviously inject quite a bit of liquidity into the Chinese markets. So we are seeing, CFX, Chinese coin, it is pumping. What are the targets for CFX? Well, there's a big liquidity pool over here, which can easily be filled. And there is another huge pool over here, very inefficient, movements by CFX here. So we could see it. I'm going to get rid of that one for now, but we could see CFX come into the $28 to $32 region. Yeah, today's move's been pretty big. It did come and basically retest this breakout. Could this be front running total 3? So total 3 at the breakout, now the potential retest over here. Could it be similar? Potentially. Okay, so let's see if you guys have any other coins to look at, or I'm just going to go through some of the coins on my list, and we can see what's looking good. Bitcoin still hovering around that region. It hasn't come to our liquidity pool region, and that level is 60,650. It's probably going to come into that region soon. I'm just going to open up another tab on TradingView. Boom. And we're on the 4 hour. Just going to go to the 4 hour time frame. Let's have a look. Let's put it on the hourly. Let's put it on the hourly. Okay, this was a long idea. We did get stopped out on that one. And it looks like Bitcoin is coming into our region. Okay, this is an hourly time frame. Guys, I'm going to trade this live. I'm going to be trading this one. So if you guys want to take the trade, we can do it. So what is the key level over here? Well, okay, 60,450 is the region. I'll be entering a long. It'll be looking something like this. Okay, 50% retest, and we could come and see a potential W pattern and come into the 54-hour EMA, something like that. I'm going to keep my eyes out for this trade. We could be hitting that level right away. I'm going to be setting a limit order for that one. I'm just going to go into my CoinW account and take that trade. Let's get into futures. Yeah, if you guys want to take the trade with me, let's take the trade. 6450 is looking like a good region to be opening a long. The level might have been front run. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. We are in the liquidity pool right away. I'm going to let this load for now. Go to futures and take the trade. Remember, we're not risking more than 1% of our portfolio. We're not risking more than 1%. And it is the open for New York. So we do see a little bit of volatility in these times. Let's open up Bitcoin, BTC. There we go. Sorry, I've been a bit slow today. Okay, I'm gonna start slowly getting into this trade. Stop loss is going to be at $60,000. I'm gonna make it 59.8. Looks like we are getting a little bit bought up here. So what is that drawdown? That drawdown is 1%. Okay, I'm gonna 50x leverage this. I'm actually gonna 60x leverage. So market. Okay, I'm going to enter in a third right away. On CoinW. Okay, I am in this trade. I have just taken this trade. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put in the rest of my trade at 60,450. I'm just gonna limit order it 60,450, and I will be putting the rest of my trade in. 60x leverage. Let's see what happens. I'm in the trade. Let's see what happens. So why am I taking this trade? Let's go over it again. Well, we have the 50% region of this 1 hour wick. This often gets retested. So we could see it bounce off here. My stop is at 50,800 over there. And I think if we do see Bitcoin hit this region, we are going to get a bounce. It is the 50% level. of that wick. I'm just going to go into the 4-hour time frame as well, and the 4-hour is the same. Okay, so this is a bit of a confluence zone. 60,450. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So the reason I'm going to that trade is because we had a liquidity pool in that region, and it was also the 50% region. So we can see that we can see. So let's let this load, guys. Let's let that load. But for now, let's have a look at. I'm going to go into Trading View, and we're going to have a look at the Chinese market because it is pumping. Chinese market is pumping, and it is going to show us the CFX. Yeah, I think I'm really looking slow today. Okay, so let's go into the macros. I'm going to go into my macros. Excuse me, guys. Macros, and thanks for being patient, guys. Who knows what the Chinese ticker is, guys? The Chinese stock market ticker. I did see that it is pumping. Let's have a look for it. The Shanghai Stock Exchange. Shanghai Stock Exchange. Okay, well, it's not coming up here, but I'm going to drag it across from CNN. We don't normally have a look at CNN on the show, but we're going to have a look at it today. So let's have a look at the Chinese Stock Exchange. So it is pumping, guys. It is pumping. Yeah, it's up like 8%. I think today is up 8%, which is enormous, guys. You can see it just pumping today. This is on, this is since the 17th of September. Okay, so 2 weeks, and it is absolutely pumping. I think that's 20%, guys. That looks like it's 20%. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know what gain that is. That is huge. So you can see this thing's absolutely pumping. It went from 2,700 to 3,030. So that is why we are seeing CFX potentially pump as well. It's not pumping as hard. I would rather be in the Chinese Stock Exchange or the Shanghai Stock Exchange. Yeah, but for now, let's have a look at our Bitcoin trade because we did open a Bitcoin long. And we are sitting in this long over here. We did front run. I think our entry is at about 6,600, but we are looking for this to potentially hold up. I do have another order at 60,450 if it does visit that level. Okay, on Trading View, and that's fine. That's fine. Lovely, you guys. So I think that's going to sum up the show for today. I think we have, or we can just wait for this Bitcoin trade to play out. I do think that we could potentially see this play out, get a move into the 63,500. Most market participants are short. Let's see if this loads up again. Let's see if this loads up again. We can actually watch this trade for a bit in the live stream. I'll hang around with you guys for a bit more. But we're going to get a little bit of music going in the background. And we can watch our scalp. Scalp, guys, I do enjoy taking, especially when big wicks like this, geopolitical conflict and tensions rising. We do like to take a trade. We are in the trade, guys. I am adding to the trade at 60,450. Will we go there? Well, we might not go there. We might not go there. Let's see how this plays out, guys. Let's see how this plays out. Guys, we are in this Bitcoin long. We are chilling out. We are looking good. This hourly candle did just take out the previous high, which is bullish. And that did come in for the open of the New York session. Trade, I did 60x leverage trade. 60x leverage. Let me know down in the comments what leverage you guys used. Yeah, we are in the trade. I will be posting the trade just now. But yeah, it seems like my Wi-Fi is glitching out a bit. My Mac is struggling a bit. So, thanks so much for joining, and yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed that, if you guys took the trade. It is looking good. I'm on. We want to see it break 61, the 62K region. If it breaks 62K region, it is going to the 62K region. It is going to be looking good. But guys, I'm just having a look through the comments now and see what you guys are. Gens only. Braun says he was leveraging 100x. Brilliant. It's all about risk management and how much you're willing to lose. This candle does look good. It is the New York Open, so we are going to have to wait and see. But guys, thanks so much for joining the show. Appreciate it.